again for joining me in this video. This video is going to be my November, I'm looking at my stuff here, November favorites for the most part. There's one dud that I'd like to talk about, so I guess we could call it, you know, darlings and duds. I don't know. I'm just making that up. And I don't have too many. I'm not going to stay on too long. I know you guys are busy and getting ready with your families and Thanksgiving and all of that. I wish you all the best and all the blessings for your Thanksgiving dinner, your feast. And if you don't have a chance to be with your loved ones, if you are overseas or in the military, bless you guys for your support and for, you know, keeping us safe, and all the greatest and good wishes to you guys overseas. Want to tell you guys that I'm very close with military and military families and military in general, and so I certainly understand the commitment and the sacrifice that they have throughout the year and throughout the time that they are deployed overseas, or even, you know, inside the continental U.S., CONUS as we call it. As long as they are providing us support and safety, that is the best thing in the world. So God bless you guys, and hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. So moving on with that, and I don't know why I'm so sniffly lately. I think my husband has given me his cold. That is not a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead and go through some of the things that I have found this month to be really cool stuff. And then one that I'm currently using, it wasn't from this month, but I really, really like it. So I do want to mention it one more time, that it is in my favorites for this month as well, because it's just been a really game changer as far as my skin is concerned. And then we're going to have a small discussion on our pets, our lovely fur friends, fur family, and then I'm going to move on to my dud for the month. So let's get started. I was thrilled. I went into Walgreens the other day. They have revamped their store. They have done a whole modernization of their shelves, and it is very easy to find all the brands that I like, and they're clearly marked where they are in the aisle, especially in the skincare aisle. And I ran across Bioderma. I have not seen it, as far as I know, at the Walgreens that I favor, and I was just thrilled because I knew this is a great product and a lot of people have been using it. So the two things that I picked up, and they are you know, expensive for what I'm used to paying for cleansers and makeup removers and things like that. I do plan to go back and get some more Bioderma products, but right now I started out with these two. The first one is the Moisturizing Cleansing Milk for dehydrated sensitive skin. That's this one here. I'll hold it up really prettily. There you go. And this one is a 8.33 fluid ounce jar. It's not bad. It's got some weight to it. It's in a plastic jar, and it's got all kinds of goodies in it. Now, when I first used this, I immediately went back in my brain cells to Europe, and I didn't even know what Bioderma, where it's made or what it's from. But the smell of this is a creamy, luscious cleansing liquid. I can put some on my finger maybe to show you guys. There it is. It is a beautiful, beautiful texture liquid. It's very watery, but it just sinks into your skin. It's absolutely fabulous. And when I first smelled it, I'm like, this smells like nothing that American skincare products smell like at all, before I even knew where it was from. So immediately after I washed my face, I flipped the back of it, and sure enough, it is made in France. It's oh, this is teeny tiny type, but yeah, Aix-en-Provence, France. So yeah, this is absolutely fabulous. My skin felt like butter, It was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. And aside from that one, I picked up the Moisturizing Makeup Removing Micellar Solution, And this is supposed to help with taking off makeup and all of that. I plan to film me taking off makeup, as a matter of fact, later today, because I have makeup on my face, as you can tell. I wasn't born gorgeous like this, just to let you know. This took a lot of effort today, okay? So I will be wiping it off with this, and I probably will be doing like a B-roll kind of video, so I can talk about this in a upcoming video on my skincare routine. But I wanted to show you guys that that is what I'm using. Fabulous. Again, a lot of the beauty community has been using Bioderma for quite a while, and they swear by it. And like I said, it was not available to me, at least not in my area, up until now. So I'm very thrilled about that, and I'm definitely gonna go back and get some more in the next couple of weeks. Okay, the next product that I'd like to discuss with you, and this is something that I've been currently using since like last month, but it still continues to be in my favorites. And why I'm reiterating this is because this month, with using of my Retin-A products and my different products, or adapalene, especially with the weather turning cold, I have really been loving this Honest Beauty Hydrogel cream. And I don't like all of their products. There is a milky cleanser for the face that I don't really like. It's way too oily. It leaves like an oily film in my eye. But this seems to be, somehow they got this one right, okay? It is a beautiful cream. Hopefully you can see that. A beautiful cream, beautiful texture cream. It's just emollient, it's soft, it's smooth, and it just seems to have the right feel for when I put on my Retin-A and I wait, you know, my 15-20 minutes, and then I put on my cream for the night. This is the one that is on my nightstand right now, and this is the one that I just luxuriate in. Open up that bottle and just boom, go for it. So loving that. Okay, put that one aside. Now the third product that I've got is, well, actually fourth product. The fourth product that I got is for our little fur friends, and this is this. I'm going to just put it up here so you guys can see it. This is a product called Nulo. It's all natural, and it is in our PetSmart. It's available at PetSmart. I haven't seen it on Chewy.com, and I'm going to make mention of Chewy as another favorite in a minute. I'll talk to you guys about that. But so this, it comes in various flavors, and it's literally 100% natural, protein rich, and there you can read these ingredients, like there's only 3 or 4 in each package. So this one is chicken, salmon, and carrot in chicken broth. And the ingredients are, number 1, chicken broth, salmon, and carrot. That is it. That is it. I use this as a topper for my other dog food that I put on the bottom, and I use the Purina Pro Plan dog food for our dogs, whether it's dry or wet, but it's the Purina Pro Plan. They love that. It's for the older one, for Biscuit, it's the Focus, and for the younger one, it's weight management, because Hoppy is, he's a big boy for a Yorkie. So I put this on the top, and they absolutely love it. It's a treat for them. They think they're getting human food. They think that mommy's being really special with them, and I made this over the stove for them, and they go nuts for it. So that's that one. I've got the chicken, duck, and kale in broth there. And this one has chicken broth, duck broth, and kale. That is it on that one. And these are all in pouches. You don't have to have them refrigerated. I keep them in my pantry. The third one is mackerel, chicken, and mussel in broth. And as you can guess, it's mackerel broth, chicken broth, pumpkin, and mussel. So there's some pumpkin in it, and that's really for fiber for them. So there you go. And they love it. It's about about $1, I would say, like $1.79 a pouch, I would think. Again, I use it as a topper. There's not enough in there for a full meal, but definitely I mush it around in their dog food, and they go to town with it. They're happy, happy little doggies, and then they go sleep. So mommy's very happy when they do that. Now, the other thing I want to mention, since we're on the subject of animals anyway, I have recently, this month, discovered Chewy.com. I know, I'm late into the game. I do like to go into PetSmart and peruse the aisles and pick out various things, food and everything, even though they're on a certain regimen, like I said, Purina Pro and this Nulo and then the Nature's Recipe. But I do like to get different cans and varieties and see what there is out there. I usually also pick up a toy for them, so that's kind of one of my reasons for going to PetSmart. But with the holidays coming around, and I've been having some health issues going on, it's not always that comfortable for me to go walking around long distances and going into PetSmart and all of that, especially carrying heavy bags out. So I went up on Chewy.com because my father-in-law has had a Chewy account for a number of years, and he swears by it. He's, you know, an elderly gentleman, and he doesn't get around that well either. And he says, oh, it's free shipping if you order, I think, over $35 or something like that. And they give it, you know, bring it to your doorstep. You don't have to go anywhere, and the shipping is very quick. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, maybe I'll get an account. I'll look around. And I definitely put all my cans of food and dry food bags and everything over here, and then I went up on the website, logged in, did my account, and I'll show some of the, you know, the webs over here as I'm going and talking to you guys. And you know, most of the stuff except for the Nulo stuff was on there. So I got my Nature's Recipe, I got my Purina Pro dog foods, I got my both the dry and the wet cans. So I was great. I just went. You can save your foods into a favorite, so you can find it easier next time. They even have auto shipping. If you auto ship monthly or whatever it is, you get something like 20 or 30% off. I mean, it's ridiculous how much you get off from their price if you do auto shipping. Right now, I'm not doing auto shipping only because I do want to see, you know, how their shipping is, how long it takes, what type of foods are up there. The only negative that I have with Chewy.com is that you must order a case full of dog food. So if it's a can, it's a case of 12, so there's 12 cans in a case, and it's all the same flavor. So I like variety. I always like to choose, you know, 2 or 3 of each flavor, and have about 4 or 5 flavors that the dogs like to cycle through. This time around, I ordered 2 cases, 2 different flavors, and then a bag of the dry dog food, and then some of the Nature's Recipe, and that was it. That was all I did. And so I have 24 cans of only 2 varieties of food. So we'll see how that goes. I don't think they're gonna catch on. Dogs don't usually care about, you know, as long as it's good for them to begin with. They don't really care what type of food you're giving them or the flavor. But, you know, as a person like me, I do like to give them a little turkey, a little chicken, a little salmon, venison, beef, you know, things like that, just different meats, and rotate them out. So we'll see. Maybe I'll just keep getting different cans, different cases each time that I go up on that website. And again, we ordered it, I believe, Friday, and today is Monday, and they delivered it. I mean, it was at the door already. So it takes about 3 days, maybe 4 at the max, and that's including a weekend, and they're delivering the food. So if you're running low, and you can hold out for 2 or 3 days, you'll get your supply. So no problems with that. So highly recommend that. And then the last thing is the dud that I want to talk about. I'm going to take it up from my floor here, and I got this at Steinmart, and it was at one of the actually I think it was at the, like, near the cash register counter. It was one of these impulse buys, and I've tried and I've been using my son's AirPods. So AirPod second generation, not the Pro, not the latest one that came out, but the second generation. And I like it. It's kind of cool that it connects and you can listen to things, and it's small, it's inconspicuous in your ear and everything. So I went ahead and got this supposed Chinese knockoff. It's called the True Wireless Earbuds, and it's XMI mobile. You can get these all over, as I'm discovering. These are literally saturating the American market. They all look the same. They might have a different color. Some might be pink, some might be blue, some might be white, black, all of that. But they look identical for the most part. The last place I saw them was at Kroger. You probably can buy them at Walgreens by now. I just happened to look at them on Steinmart. So they were $19.99, which is a heck of a lot better than $150 or $60 for the AirPods, right? And they come in that box. They do have a little dongle that you can put back here. And it's like a micro USB on this side, and then a regular USB port where you can put it in either your computer to charge it or a wall plug to charge it. Okay, so it comes in this container or pod, whatever you call it. There's a button on the front, and if you can see that, it's glowing blue. I know it looks kind of green to you, but it's like a dark blue. There you go. And what you do is you charge this container. So it's blue right now. When you plug it into the wall, it flickers red as it's charging, and then it goes solid red when it has charged. Okay. Now, when you open the top up, there are the ear plugs in it, and if you can see in there, it is glowing like a red, pinkish. That means that they are, in the process of charging. They're all ready to go. You take them out of here. There you go. 1 and 2. And this is how they look like. They're teeny tiny little guys. The hardest part is not to lose these, okay? These are the things I don't like. First of all, they are uncomfortable in my tiny ears. I've got small ear canals. If you have small ear canals, this is for like a grown man. Like my son swears by the fit. He says they're great. They don't fall out. I put them in and they're literally popping out of my ear if I turn. I mean, they're like, boop, they're out, So there's that one. Now, the second thing is it took me forever to go on YouTube and find a video that satisfactorily explains how to connect these little guys to my phone. So they work on Bluetooth, and you basically, find them and you turn on, okay, I'll show you how it goes. You turn on the first one, and do you see that it's kind of like blinking like little Christmas lights? Do you see that? Well, this is how it hunts and finds your phone. So when it finds your phone, and it's shut off here, there it goes. I think now it's blinking blue. When it finds your phone, it just does this periodic blue light. Okay. The trick is you have to turn one on, and then you turn the second one on once this is connected to your phone, and then they talk to each other, and this one connects to that one, and this one connects to your phone. So it's like a two-step process. There's no flipping up of the container like normal AirPods where you flip open the container and it automatically, you see this little pop-up on your iPhone or Android or whatever, and then it connects up automatically. No, this is like a three-step process here. It does take a minute to learn and get to know how to do that. Does it work every time? It works 9 times out of 10. There's a couple of times where I have to cycle everything completely off and start from scratch, which is annoying when you're trying to, listen to some stuff on YouTube or watch a video or anything like that. it is annoying. You do spend about 2 to 3 minutes hooking everything up and connecting it, okay? For $19.99, you know, that's what you're going to do. You're going to have inconveniences for $19.99. I wouldn't expect to have inconveniences for $150, okay? So I'm going to shut these back off. Anyway, my whole thing, and I am going to be, I kept the receipt because I didn't know if I'm going to want these or not permanently, and I think I'm going to take them back to Steinmart, and I've already ordered online a higher quality model. It's still not an AirPod, but it's a higher quality model from AliExpress, and it was on one of these YouTube videos that they were basically going through and looking at all the different models on AliExpress and which one is the closest in behavior to the Apple AirPods. So once I get those in, I'll definitely, you know, probably, you know, try them, and I'm going to keep all the receipts just in case if I want to send it back. But I believe those cost about $49, $45 or $49, so they're not very cheap, but again, they're not $140, $150, $160 and up for the AirPods. Now, my son is laughing at me because he knows that I like to cut corners, and he's like, Mom, just cave in, get the AirPods because they're going to last forever and they're great quality and you're not going to have any angst over them, and you just get what you really like. And I'm like, no, you have it. I know you like it, but I really want to see if I can get a similar quality or at least a compatible one where I can live with it for less money. If I make a mistake, I can always send it back, and I'll eat crow, and I'll let him know that, you know, he was right and that I need to, you know, get the real ones. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it. But anyway, that was my dud for November. So if you're looking to get a stocking stuffer is what I was trying to get at. If you're trying to get a stocking stuffer, if you see these at Steinmart or Walgreens or Kroger or anywhere else that they are proliferating, they probably have it at Kohl's and they probably have it at Five Below by now. Just be warned that unless you're a big techie and you have time on your hands to connect it each and every time, this is what you're going to go through. Now, I do have to say that they do recharge. Now, the bottom is the one that charges, and then when you put the buds in here and you push this button, this base charges the buds, okay? And then when the buds, now they're red, as you can see, when they turn blue as well, they are fully charged. And they usually last about 1.5 to 2 hours of playtime. So that's acceptable. I mean, that's okay. Standby, I think, is a lot longer. Standby is probably about 6 or 7 hours, but I think the playtime is about 2.5 hours. So then you have to pop them, stop what you're doing, pop them back in the case, turn on the button here again, and let them charge up within the case. The case itself stays on one of these charges where you plug it into the wall. You can get about 4 or 5 recharges on it. So you can put your earbuds into this case for about 4 or 5 times, charge it up, and use it. After that, you do take the buds out of here. You don't keep them in here. You take them out, put them somewhere where you can find them later. Don't lose them because they're small. And just plug it back, you know, into the socket over here with the cable, and plug it back into the wall. And then the case will charge. Probably takes about, I would say, an hour to charge back up, depending on how low it is. Maybe an hour, hour and a half. I would just leave it in the wall overnight. Basically, I would just charge it and have it dangling on my wall overnight, and then the container would be ready to go, fully charged. Okay, so that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I think I've done everything that I need to do. I hope that you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and if you're having some time off with family, I really hope that you are you know, enjoying your time off with family, and you know, just enjoying. Hopefully you get some good weather, and if there's snow, hopefully the kids enjoy that and have some good snowball fights and things like that. As a kid, I loved snow. I mean, as an adult, of course, driving through the snow, you don't like it, or being in the snow, you don't like it, but for some reason, animals and children love snow, so go figure. Okay, I love you guys very much. Thank you again for all of your support. Please subscribe if you like these type of videos. I love you very much. Until we meet again, bye.